let's take a look at the reporting ability inside of BIM Track. And again, I'm going to use the same temporary project that we've been working on throughout this process so far. So far this project's pretty empty. There's only a handful of issues on here, but I do have some different priorities and I do have some different assignments to those issues. The key with BIM Track is that the metrics and the reporting functionality will start working the second the issues are added, and as those issues are amended, closed out, archived off, so on and so forth, they will continue to be updated and amended. So this project's just been created today, and I've only got a handful of issues on here now, but you'll already see that our dashboard has information. It has a log of activities. We can change that log to a custom range and filter it by given activities should we need to. I can look at an individual activity per user, as well as the ability to look at live metrics on what's due, both from my perspective and from the project perspective. That's useful, but what I want to focus on is actually the live metrics through the metrics tool on the left-hand side. If I open up the metrics tool, I get some very simple feedback. And again, much like the rest of BIM Track, this is really easy to use and the kind of thing that you can fire up during a design review meeting or a coordination meeting and use live as you go through the process. Once we're in these metrics, we have some basic overview information at the top. So 0 days average time to close an issue. My project's only be open a day, so as you'd expect. 1 day is your average open issue age, and 5 issues is the total number of issues you have. As we go through, this will update instantly, and I do mean instantly. We then get a simple pie. This is live metrics, so this is currently looking at who we're assigned to as a pie chart. We can change that to a donut, if you prefer donuts to pies, I know I do. Or we can change to see exactly what's going on. So who's the author? Well, it's me for all of them because I've only just created this project. What's the priority? Let's have a look at everything by priority. Okay, good. So from there, I want to actually dive into the critical issues. So let's click the critical issues, and that will subdivide that out to a new pie chart where I can see maybe the type of issue. Typically this isn't set, but just to show you how live this is, if we jump back into the issues and I go and look at my filters in my issues list and say, do you know what? Let's go and look at all of those that are critical and apply. I can take this issue and I can edit it and say that the type on here was a clash. Save. If we go back to our metrics now, go back into priority, focus on the critical ones, and then do them by type, we'll now see that one of them is a clash. So everything that we're doing here is live. We can drive down as many different times as we want to get to a specific list of issues or a specific individual issue. Those issues can then be focused on directly through the reporting tools. What's key here is these are live metrics that we can dive into. At any point, based on what the metrics are giving us, we can go and say, okay, well, show me that one issue that I found, that one clash, that one critical clash that I've just found. And it will take you to it as a filtered view. So then at that point, if you're in a design coordination meeting or a data drop overview, whatever it might be, we can grab that and start working on it straight away, inside of here, inside of Revit, or whatever it might be. We've also got the ability to do that on a group. So again, I'll do the same thing, but this time I'll say, okay, assign to me, and then we'll do it by the type, and we'll say, let's grab the clash, and then we say one issue, go. And again, that will take you through to that one given issue. If we go back, just to take us back to those metrics, doesn't matter how many you've got in the group, it will filter your view to show them. You'll also notice that next to those on your metrics, you also have a little button that looks like a printer. So if we say, let's grab priority, let's grab the critical issues, and let's, rather than look at them, let's print them. This basically takes you through to the reporting tool, and you'll notice that the menu on the left actively changes to the reporting section of BIM Track. Now those report settings, really straightforward. We basically have a filter, and because we use the metrics tool to start filtering out, it's already set this filter up for me. But we could add in here if we wanted to get more or less. I'm actually going to say that I want to clear the filter, but you can come in here and work as you need to. You can also save these filters as a template, which allows you to start running more routine reports. So we have a load of attributes, same attributes that we've been using throughout the process of creating issues, throughout the process of setting up the project. We filter them, we choose what properties and what metrics we want to see in the report, and once we've got that information, we say that we want to print it. It doesn't physically print it at that point, it actually generates a live report. Yes, it does give you the dialog box to print it, which you can if you want to. But in this case, we have a simple report that's given me some overview information, but then it's given me these live metrics again, which I can come in and see exactly what's going on at any point in time. If I click any of those or hover over any of those, it's given me some information about exactly what's going on at that point in time. I then have all of the information for each particular class that I'm reporting on. So whilst it is more done report and we're more useful to be using the actual live information inside of your CAD application or your coordination environment, this still does give you a lot of good information to get out there and then. For the eagle-eyed amongst you, you would have also noticed that next to the print button, I have a schedule report button. That's really key. Excuse me. So that's really key because that allows me to actually schedule reports. If I create a template for the reports that I want to issue out, so for example, I could say, let's go ahead and create a template. So on here, I'm going to say, let's go ahead, let's close that. Let's go ahead and get discipline architecture. Let's then create a template, which is going to be called all arc issues. And I'm going to say go. With that template, I could say schedule my report. I want to send that daily, weekly, or monthly. And I could basically get this report to be pinged to given users on a regular basis, meaning that process of creating manual reports is gone. You do the work inside of Revit, inside of Navisworks, inside of Tekla, inside of whatever application you're working on. Once you've done the work, the issues are collated. Those issues then just get collaborated and coordinated on time and time again as the process continues. You set up some scheduled reports, and every week, every month, however often you need to, it will ping the progress of those reports to your custom specifications to the relevant people, which means that all of the users will know exactly what's going on at any given time in the design teams. The managers will know what's going on within their teams. The client will know if he needs to know what's going on their project. The contractor will know where everything is. So we start to get a much better coordinated environment with much better communication throughout. The process here is simple. You log everything, the metrics come straight away, live as they need to, and then you can report them out either manually or at a given time every week, every month, every day, whatever it might be.